Floorboard rats, this is a different video that I don't normally make. Today we are talking about how to make a myth. How did Chuck Lloyd become a big myth and I haven't? It's probably what you guys are saying to yourself, but I'm going to be realistic. It's just because they use their brains. But seriously, this video is going to be a long watch, but if you actually want to be a myth and join the community, you gotta have this basic knowledge. If you like my disgusting Brit noises, tune into some more of my videos where I explore myths and troll on Roblox. Now, enough of that, into the video. So, what exactly are myths? Myths were an essential part in the making of Roblox. Myths brought over a whole wave of people interested in things like creepypastas, horror stories, and the whole gothic genre as a whole. It gave life to a whole subcategory of players who enjoyed the storytelling of Roblox. As, you know, the whole point of Roblox was building straight from imagination. Myths have always been around and will continue to be. They also aren't just hackers, they're creepy stories, mythical beings, portrayals of real life disasters. If you're going to be a myth, be unique, and do something people can't look away from. Not saying do anything bad, you need some sort of self-respect. So if you want to join the community or gain some knowledge on how myths are made, coming from someone who's been in the community since 2019, hope this video is helpful. Roblox hackers or myths are often named after something with a secret meaning or a word they straight up pulled out of their arse. Now, I know how hard it is to resist calling yourself hacker66628141166_official, but that's just not how this works. A quick, memorable name is all they need to get started on their journey. We will go with Grimelda, a name I straight up pulled out of my arse. You can also do a family name like Oliver Scene, a normal name followed by a character's second name. Or status to further push your myth's narrative of their occupation, like doctor at the start for example. The whole point of a myth is finding out about them. Investigations are the whole point, right? Leave little snippets of their lore everywhere, don't do something without a reason. You can add lore in their name, you know, with their name! Now, I know after you made your account you ran straight to customize your avatar, but you're forgetting your story. Always plan out your myth before ruining it, one step at a time. Why do this? Well, I like to start with a story. It is straight from your imagination. You aren't limited to what Roblox can do. Say you want melting cheese hair, but you saw the bacon hair, so you just chose that one for the sake of ease. You could have just made a decision that made your character's story suffer because you chose something only Roblox had to offer. Bad example, but you get the point. So write your story, give it every ounce of smarts and imagination. Forget about Roblox. Powers though. God, where do I start? If you're going to give your character powers, make them relevant, make them balanced, don't show off every chance you can get. It's cringe, well, unless you do it right, which you probably won't. Take reference from your favourite movies or TV shows or any form of content you have witnessed, and add it in only if you think it will improve what you already have created. Make sure you have a stable theme. Your character will be impacted by this greatly. The most popular genres of myths are families, cults, orphanages, schools, or just some old man sat talking about crows. That all depends on your premise, which is next. Yeah, okay, another part about the story. The story of your myth will be so important. That's the whole point of a myth, and it's what I personally look for when I am making investigation videos. A premise is the base story, what it's about. It could be about space, vampires, witches, etc. Keep your premise simple, but the impact on the story greatly. The definition of premise is the principal idea behind a work of fiction, or in dumb terms, your story's main part. The thing that draws people in, like they're trapped in a TV show but they don't know it. Wait, that's smart, write that down. Make sure you note down where your myth starts and how they get to the end of their story. This is optional. If you want your character to be stuck in an endless loop without an ending, that's totally fine. Most myths never end, but if you're looking for a YouTuber to document your myth, and that's the whole reason for making a myth, hey, I don't judge. Make sure you have stuff to react to and make a great story arc with a start, middle and end. Now, thankfully you made your story because you now already have a picture in your head of this character. Look on Pinterest and find a character that imitates your imagination, unless you're going for the basic black and green coloured hacker look. Not advised, by the way. You are in an era of myths where putting your name out there and seeking an active audience to watch your myth is hard. So you gotta make your avatar the best you can and not able to be improved anymore. This character is going to be the face of your myth's brand. Most people use a singular classic item made by Roblox. For example, Goz the Clown's hair is the most defining thing about him, a Roblox creation. Chuck Lloyd's head is also his signature item, made by Roblox. So find an item not many people use and center your whole look based around it, until it becomes your most defining feature. Games can literally be anything, from their forgotten childhood home, to the room their father cheated on their mum in. Anywhere with meaning. Or their place of work is always good. Just make sure it fits within your premise. I personally prefer myths that have a secret hidden mystery and heavy scripting. Your game doesn't even need a line of code in it, or even good building. For my building style, I go with a mix of cartoon and realism, but you can go either side. I personally think if you know you're bad at building, just use old Roblox maps as inspiration. It's an easy aesthetic in my opinion. Now with secrets, there's a lot of things you can do. Walk through walls, lock doors, code safes, secret messages, or even just hidden areas. Or even a second secret game. Whatever you do, just make sure the things you are hiding are worth the effort. Now, little details. People love when they can pick up on small details around your game, trying to get in your myth's head and thinking about what they would do and where they would hide stuff. Don't make your map too small, don't make it too big. A good enough setting and the building must be comfortable for you to see in, where the player's view is not obstructed by small rooms or objects. Your game is where people go to find stuff out about you, so make sure your entire myth story can be found in little pieces around your game, what they can't find in your profile or group. Now everything is to your liking, game and character where you want them to be. It's time for personality, baby. This can greatly impact how people perceive both you and your myth. You gotta be ready for people to expect you to act exactly how your myth is, even out of character. But with that warning out of the way, personality is a complex thing. Does your character have trauma? How were they raised? Do they have siblings? What happened to them? Stuff like that. You're basically creating a human when designing a character. Try to leave no information out. It needs to be in the game profile. The best way I think about a character's personality is how the Sims series does it. When you make a Sim, for example, they get a range of traits. For example, lazy, gluttonous, bitch-faced whore. Those are the ones I choose for Rita, because even my myth hunting videos still feature that ginger head slag. If your character is extremely stern, don't just stop there, you can build on that. They might be unintentionally funny, and they get mad when people laugh at them. They could be clumsy. Add definition to your character, as if they can talk for themselves. Here's the fun part. I'm kidding. You have a story, you have a design, you have a game, and even a personality for your myth. But why is nobody playing it or interested in it? And no, your myth isn't bad. Well, I don't know that. People have yet to find it. Your game thumbnail needs to have a clear indication of what the game and your myth is about, to add a click rate to your game. Join groups, get into contact with hunters, and most importantly, YouTubers. Since Flamingo, the main source of people finding out about a myth is videos documenting them. Reach out in comment sections, groups, make friends within the community and boost each other. But don't be annoying. People hate that. I hate that. Advertising and attracting attention is hard. If I were a myth, I would post a cryptic message in a myth hunting group. See, making a myth isn't easy. You can watch all the videos in the world about this, but trust me, most of these people have never been a myth. I was a very active myth, and though I wasn't known, thankfully so, I have also been in this community for 5 years. I know what I'm talking about. And now I only document myths, so you guys need to find the passion for it. No myths means no content for me to make, and I like doing that. Myths need to make a comeback, and we're already seeing popular YouTubers going back to myth content, and if you ever thought of making a myth, now is really the time to do so. If you have any questions, my comment section is open. Also, we're coming up to 500 subscribers, slowly so, but we're getting there, and I really want to look into some of your guys' myths. So once you use my formula and your myth is created, comment below and I'd love to see what you guys have made. Gothic anything is always my favourite. Supernaturals too. Like, why isn't there a vampire myth yet? Like, where is that? You can literally make anything you want. Anyway, that concludes today's video. I don't make videos like this mostly ever, in fact, but I see a lot of these videos on my recommended. Watch them for 5 seconds and realise they actually have no idea how to make a proper myth. No hate to them, they probably have a lot of info that I missed out about. Guys, trust me, coming from being a full-time myth, I get it. But also remember to take breaks. It's so easy to become so attached to your myth, your personality starts to shift into them. That is not what you want. Know when it's time to touch grass. I'm nothing like this in my videos, so if you hated me here, you'll probably love me in my actual videos, where I'm an absolutely wicked cunt. Bye guys. Love you for watching this far. Use your brains.